your streams longer than you watch my vids! Hello everybody on YouTube, it's your boy, the Memphis Accelerate, welcoming you back to Cabin Fever, the show where you and me are locked in this log cabin together for the whole month of January playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Together. Today, everybody, we have an interesting one. We have a familiar deck, we're playing in an unfamiliar way. That's right, we're playing Arcana Force, them coin flip monster supreme. However, we're not playing them the way you typically do. Because we're playing them with no light barrier, that's right. Fate will decide our deck tonight. That's what we got going for us. So we got ourselves our Arcana Force monsters. We're going to be flipping coins. And like I said, we'll let Fate decide how this one's going to go. But we got some things to curb Fate in our favor. And we got some other things we can do here to spice things up. So we got ourselves our deck here today. We showed off the wombos and combos, the what do's, the what not do's. And have ourselves a good old time. So big old shout out to my boy Claranus, good old Snake Trials, who wanted us to see the Arcana Force without their crutch. So we're going to see how things are going to go today. We're going to show this deck off on EDO Pro, that Wild West Yu-Gi-Oh! Have ourselves some good times, and enjoy ourselves some classical Arcana Force. So, if you want to know the whole deck list, it's going to be at the end as usual. For now, hit up all the good buttons below. Help your boy out. We're trying to get at least one more subscriber before the end of Cabin Fever. Just have a nice rounded out number. So, give that a thought as we proceed into today's episode. So, without further talking, let's get right into the action. Alrighty, it's time for our first opponent of the day and another card game. So for purposes, we're going to go second. We can also go first. It's a deck that can do either or. And our opening hand looks fairly good. Let's see how this is going to go. Oh, I let him go first. Not a good opponent to let go first, but sometimes fate gives you things like that. So we're up against the Labrynth archetype. So he's got the cuckoo clock, and he's going to ditch that so he can activate his Welcome Labyrinth early. Or Big Welcome Labyrinth, one of the two. Let's see here. What's this one? What's Chabra do again? This one that sets Big Welcome. Okay. I see. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So he's going to special summon back the clock. Interesting. And yes, Big Welcome Labyrinth, because he's going to bounce back one of these two to reuse it later. Probably the clock, considering that they brought it out in the first place. Let's see. Destroy a card in my hand. Oh no, I like my hand. I mean, it's not the prettiest hand in the world, but it's my hand, and I like it. How could you do this to me, Labyrinth Man? I thought we were compadres. No! Well, there goes my main protection. There goes the Dark Sanctuary, sad to say. Just goes to show, this deck clearly didn't want to have a field spell in it. You know, Arcana Force, why would they want a field spell? Come on, that'd be silly. That's silly talks. Alright. This will be an interesting one. Super polymerization, you say? Huh. Alright. Capeole. So let's go ahead and discard a card we do not need. And we're going to go ahead and fusion off my opponent's monsters because I'd rather him have just a little bit less to, throw onto the board. So the Big Welcome's Labyrinth will summon out a monster, but then he has to bounce his monster to his hand. But if I remember correctly, Lady Labyrinth will, summon itself or something like that. Something to that nature. Yeah, it just summons itself when it gets bounced. Yeah, it can special summon itself, and Welcome Labyrinth comes back to the board. Tricky business. And we'll see where this is going to go. Alright, so we're going to start off by summoning forth the Goddess of the Two Sides. One of our primary searchers in this deck, because when she's summoned, I can get any monster with a coin toss effect. Or not. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just get nothing. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't need it. I'm going to summon out the sun. Because I've got a guy with a card flip. Well, it's a lady, but same difference. I see. Okay. Well, that makes things complicated. But I'm really hoping for a Tails off the sun. Because then I can blow up his back row. Which will at least help in some respect. So, aha! No back row for you, buddy. Now, this is the part where I really wish I'd actually made a better extra deck, but I can make this work, I think. I'm going to activate Arcana reading, hoping for a heads. Yeah, I can get one of my Arcana cards. So, let's see, what do I want? I want Arcana spread, I'd say. Yeah. Because I have an Arcana Force in the graveyard, right? Yes, I do. Just not one I can summon, so I'm really banking on a heads here. Come on, Fate. Yeah! Nice. Getting everything we want. Perfect. Alright, so now we're going to go for the Hierophant, one of Tails. Heads will work just as well because I still get a monster. But we're going to summon Arcana Force the Lavels. Oh. But this is where... See, Fate is on our side because now I can summon my ultimate monster. Chaos Ruler. Wachumba. Because the Chaos Ruler has a non-once per turn effect to flip a coin. And Tails is fine. I get any card that mentions coin flippage. So in that respect, what do I want? I have nothing to discard. I could get Cup of Aces. But I don't want my opponent to draw cards if I can help myself. So we're going to get Dark Sanctuary for a little bit of protection. And things should be good from here. Because I can just run over this Castle Lady. Castle Lady, meet Giant Tentacly Dragon Man. Alright. Very good. And I should mention, I do have the Goddess's effect to, like, don't do more damage, but I've used up a lot of my luck this turn. We'll refresh our luck and use this at another point. I mean, if I had more cards on the hand, this would be great, but I don't. I could make everybody doubled, but if I don't... It's kind of like, Time Wizard, in a sense, with the Goddess of Duality. Because on one hand, you get the Heads effect, things are great. You get all the good stuff. If you get the Tails effect, you lose all your cards. You get a draw out of it. So you're not, like, taking massive burn or anything, but it's not great. What do we got here? So you got another big welcome Labrynth. Bringing back the clock. As you do. Labrynth Cuckoo Clock. I see. Let me double check this. Yeah, I don't have the additional effect of Chaos Ruler, which is a nasty... You know, I'm actually glad for that. I never liked that Chaos Ruler had this, like, floodgating effect. That you can't use monster effects on the side of the field. I've never liked that effect. Interesting. Fascinating indeed. Okay, bouncing the clock to get more monsters. Oh. Oh. So many chains. The chains that bind us, like destiny and stuff. Okay. So we'll get back, well, okay, he's got 2 Labrynth Searcher Berries. Yep. He's got the Chandelier and the Stove. I believe he can activate one of these, if not both of these. One or the other. Yeah, he can activate one normal trap that was set this turn because he used the clock. Alright. Okay. I mean, I still have my Dark Sanctuary. As long as that's alive, I have some protection here. So we'll see where this is going to go. Welcome, Labrynth. Gonna summon out, I assume, another Lady of the Labyrinth. I would assume, because that's like his biggest dude, but it could be something else too. Hard to say. Lady of the Silver Labyrinth, okay. Normal trap is activated, do a thing. Good lord, man, you just keep on doing all these stoves and chandeliers. Where's the Beast when you need him? I mean, that's the Archfiend, right? Yeah, that's the Archfiend. It's weird, because this is like based off Lady and the, Beauty and the Beast. But you rarely see people summon Archfiend. It's weird. Either way, so he's got himself the Lady of the Labyrinth. He will attack me, or not. Ah, scared of the Dark Sanctuary, I see. I see indeed. You are scared of my card. Understandable. Understandable. But now we have our little cheat engine here. Secondary coin toss. This way I can use my effects. Well, if I have an unfavorable result, I get 1 reroll. Let's see. And you're going to get yourself another trap card from the deck. As you do. As you do. Dharma Cannon. Okay, understandable. I'm going to have to rely on the gods of the 2 sides then. I'm going to need to do some damage here. I'm going to have to do some, as the French call it, le damage. Alright. And Ariana's going to go off. And I have an effect on my graveyard. I got to remember what that is. I think it's, let's see. Yeah, I've got Arcana Spread. I can banish to get back one of my cards. Anything else? No. Not at the moment, no. Alright. Got your field spell. Interesting. I'm going to use Arcana Spread and get back one of my cards. Let's see where this is going to go. I'm going to add back the Sun. Because if I can blow up the back row, I will. I will. Aha, scared. Terrified. Absolutely. Okay, so big welcomes Labrynth. Bringing out the lovely lady. Ah, because now he can blow up one of my cards. That's true. That's not necessarily great. We'll see where it's going to go. Depends on what he's trying to blow up. I wish my Golgunda spell was here. That's my other big protector. Is the Seas of Golgunda. You know, lets me just keep my monsters alive. Let's see where this is going to go. Who you? I assume you're going after Chaos Ruler. Or are you going to be snarky and attack my second coin toss? Hard to say. Hard to say. Hard to say indeed. Oh, okay, you're getting rid of the sun. Okay, that makes sense too. Dude, it's my turn. Stop doing... Please stop doing stuff. It's my turn. Please. Buddy. My friend. My amigo. My dude. Okay, thank you. Alright. Are we good? Are we good? I think we're good. I think. Yes, I think we're good. Alright. I'm gonna... For frick's sake! It's my turn! Let me play! Why do you do this? Alright, Goddess of Duality, turn. Flip me a coin and let it burn. Well, actually, don't, because if I get the wrong coin toss, I'm dead. Pretty much. Unless, of course, my Dark Sanctuary wants to work out for me. We'll see how that's gonna go. Come on, Tails! Come on! No! And I drew the decisive Battle of Golgunda! No! Oh, of course, the one time I go for tails, I get heads. Such is my terrible luck. But alright. I'm not done that. I don't think so. I don't think I'm done yet. It's hard to say. I have the decisive Battle of Golgunda, so I can protect my stuff. Which I'm going to need to do because Welcome Labrynth is about. Oh boy, this is not good at all. I should have just gone for heads. I could have made my monster 6,600 points of damage, which wouldn't have been enough for game, but it would still done a lot of damage. Would have done a heckin' lot of damage. Yeah, but my buddy, he played smart. Yeah, he got rid of the sun. Because if I had gotten the sun to go tails for me, that would have been really good. Get rid of all those nasty trap cards and things like that. But unfortunately, my opponent was playing a little bit more clever than I gave him credit for. So, we'll see, though. Like I said, I still have Dark Sanctuary. So long as Dark Sanctuary survives somehow, which I don't know if it's going to, because again, you have to lay the Labrynth thing. And sadly, none of my things I discard from the extract have like a quick effect when they're sent to the grave. Well, we'll activate Golgunda here. Is there anything I can send right now that helps me? Not really. But I can send Albion, so if in the off chance I live, I can get my Virtuous spell. So we'll see how that's going to work. What are you making now? Is it Nightmare? No, it's Chaos Angel! Alright, well that unfortunately is going to be game right there. Alright, well, that just goes to show I have bad luck, but I'm going to keep going with this one. Because we saw that the deck wants to work. It does want to work, despite our lack of crutch. Oh wait, hold on, I saw Temperance. What am I talking about? I still have at least one turn. Who says this duel's over? It probably is, but, you know, I'm still going to keep finishing this duel up. And let's go ahead for the second duel. I'll meet you there as soon as I'm done with this Labrynth gentleman. And or lady, hard to say. And we'll see if luck wants to turn back in our favor. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and flip him again. Alrighty. Well, let's try going first this time, because going second clearly doesn't work. But this opening hand looks fairly decent. We'll go and start with our decisive Battle of Golgunda. Keep my cards alive, and I'm going to roll them, well, not roll them both. I'm going to flip them coins. Yeah, get a couple of draws. That's what I like to see. So let's go ahead. Actually, I can do something pretty cool here. That'll work no matter what I do. So we're going to go ahead and get the sun. And summon forth the sun. This will be very good, because even if I destroy my stuff, I can make this work out. Although I already have Fallen Virtual, so I actually don't really want Tails. Which is good, because I got everything else I wanted. Let's see here. Get the Wave of Light onto the board. Which obviously doesn't work. Well, it'll work so long as I keep flipping them heads. Let me put it that way. Let's put it that way. So we're going to activate our Light Force spell. We're going to discard a card in our hand and add 2 Arcana forces from our deck to our hand. In this particular instance, we already have the Hierophant. So let's get another copy of the Sun. And let's get a copy of Temperance, just in case I need to negate some damage. This guy might try to OTK me with like an 8,000 point Grand Maju or something. That would be scary. Alright, now let's really roll the bones. This is the riskiest card in the deck. Arcana reading. Oh dear. That's not good. He can literally add anything he wants to his hand. Oh, that is... Well, it depends on what this is. It might not be that bad. But let's go ahead and use Arcana reading. I can banish this card from the grave and get another normal summon. That's a normal summon, my friend. A normal salmon. Then again, he will get some life points here, but that's neither here nor there. Hold on. During your opponent's draw phase, add the top card of their graveyard to their hand. I mean, do I want to give him Zawaldo? I don't know. It's very tempting. Yeah, you can have the moon. Here you go. He'll get a bunch of life points, I know, but, you know, I'm going to give him Damoon, which gives him free tokens. Alright, that's neither here nor there. I mean, I could summon the Chaos Ruler. And that's typically what I do, but considering that he's got the Dogwood, by the way, I prefer the other artwork Dogwood. It's got, you know, I like that one better, but either way. He's got the Dogwood, and yeah, he's going to get free tokens, which, little iffy. Just a little iffy. I was really hoping better to have, like, the Tails effect and him to keep the moon around, because then he's forced to give me a monster in every end phase. That would have been preferable. We'll see where it goes. Where are we up against? Blue Eyes Wet Dragons, you say? That's not necessarily good. Uh-huh. So this is Chaos Blue Eyes Ritual. Okay. I mean, you're going to play like the other Blue Eyes stuff, of course. That's just what you do. But that's neither here nor there. Let's see here. Yeah. I think I can make this work more or less. I just got to blow up the trap card once he gets some more monsters on the board. That is what we're going to have to do. But I do have something I can do to interrupt this. Because Blue Eyes, much like with Dark Magician, yeah, the True Light spell is really powerful. But, or not spell card, yeah, it's a very powerful trap card. But if it gets destroyed, then all of his monsters go away. So we'll see. We shall see indeed. Yeah, I got the Boo Peeps White Dragon, as you tend to do. Bringing back the Levy. Alright, and I think now it's as good a time as ever to hit him with the Fallen and the Virtuous. So we'll just get rid of Albion, because that'll let me get another Fallen Virtuous. And we're going to blow up the True Light Trap, which will blow up all of his monsters, including mine. There you go. Now, we're not necessarily out of the woods just yet. We're going to have to do a little bit more to do that. And Lord, if he summons out Arcana, or if he summons out Max, that could be a problem. I mean, I have an out to it. We'll see how it's going to go. The Goddess of Two Sides can technically help us to out Chaos Max Dragon. What do we got? Ooh, boy, that's a lot of good stuff. I hope I hit Jet Dragon. You can't summon that right now. That would be the best thing. If he got the other spell, that would be... If he got this, that would be bad. If he got this, he's already used it. Excellent. He didn't get the card he wanted. Perfect. Very good indeed. Oh, balls. Oh, it's Synchro Rumble. Okay. Synchro Rumble? Let's see. Remind me how this thing works. Card effect activates the target of this card, or when target for an attack, summon a Blue Peeps White Dragon from the grave. Alrighty, but Albion will activate its effect. I will go ahead and add myself another Fallen Virtuous to the board, so I can keep popping stuff. Which will make this will be tricky because, assuming this is Jet Dragon, come on, heads. Dang it. Light Force is negated till the end of the turn, which is not great, but what can you do? Let me think about this. Alright, activate the sun. Bring forth the sun! And with all the stuff I'm getting on the board, I really should have thrown in more cards. I should have summoned some links. I kind of focused more on the whole defense with the Golgunda, but I definitely could have thrown in some more links and things. But let's see where this is going to go. Heads! Nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, well, I don't want to give him free stuff again. So I'm going to go with the Arcana Spread. Because I have cards in my graveyard now, this guarantees I get something. So Arcana spread will activate. Heads, I get a monster from the deck. Tails, I get a monster from somewhere else. Let's see. Fusion of Fusion by shuffling materials from hand, field, and or grave into the deck. Destroy face-up cards up to the number of Blue Peeps Whitey Dragons. I see. Interesting. You also summoned out this dude, who is a bit of an issue, but we'll see how this is going to go. Let's summon out the Hierophant, as we like to do. Go from there. Alright. The ultimate creature of destruction. Let me think about... Okay, so this is definitely Jet Dragon, so I'll be careful about that. Unaffected by card effects, after its own, cannot destroy battle. Any monster that battles is destroyed at the end of the damage step. I see. Activate Fallen Virtuous. Blow it up. Because this will let him recover cards if I don't do that, so that's what I'm doing. We got Head, so I get the special summon dude, which I have no room, so that's just gonna go away. Okie dokie! Alright, why can I not summon... Wait, hold on, let me double check something. 3 arcanes with different names! Hold on, I can make this work still, I can make this work. Who said I can't make it work? This is why we run Temperance. Alright, Temperance will activate its effect. What did I get? I got Tails. My opponent surrenders! The power of fate was on us. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's kind of fine, but also kind of, I don't know. It's like, we won. We won because we overwhelmed our opponent with our card flips. And I guess, yeah, he wasn't able to use his Jet Dragon for some reason. Weird. Or maybe that was a spell and he couldn't play. It's one of the two. It's one of the... He must have gotten the spell he couldn't play. Either way, we were able to out my opponent, and part of me wants to go and change my extra deck a little bit in the siding, so I might do that in a hot second. Just because I realized halfway through I could actually use the extra deck a little bit more than I already am. So let's go ahead into duel number 3. I'm just going to side a little bit, just, you know, real quick, and then we'll see what else happens here. Because so far, we're half and half. I'd like to see it go a little bit more on our side. We'll see what fate brings us. Alright, everybody, it's time for the third opponent, the Fate Fighting Duel. Here we go. Let's go ahead. Let's all open up and see what we get here. Alright, it's an opening hand. It works. I mean, I got my Terraforming. Love to see it. Love to see my Dark Sanctuary. And I don't know if playing Cup of Ice is a smart idea right now, but hell, I'm doing it. Go ahead, Cup of Ice. Excellent. Exactly what we wanted to see. So let's summon out our Goddess of the two sides. Go from there. I got the Sun, too. So we'll add ourselves a Hierophant for next turn, I'd say. Yeah, we'll summon out the Sun. Bring out the Sun! Come on, Heads. Yes! We're getting everything we want to get. Alright. So, bigger question. How much luck do I have left? Das big question. Just risk it for the biscuit, I suppose. I mean, fate is in our hands. How many heads can we get in a row? We can get even more heads. All of the heads. Alright, let's go ahead for the Hierophant. Tails is... Oh, unfortunately I have the Empress in my hand. I would have loved to have given my opponent the Empress, because that's like the one you want to give your opponent. But that's okay. You know what? I don't think we're going to be summoning him at this duel. Unfortunately, but at least once I want to say, Zawardo comes to the board. Here you go, you can have it. Here, I will blatantly give you the good one. The one with the good effect. But not for long, I'm afraid. I'm afraid not. For I will summon forth the Coas ruler. Ruler of all Coas. Who will add me any Arcana card I'd like from my deck to my hand. Let's see, what do I want? Or any coin flippy things I want. Let's go ahead and get Light Force. Just to try to draw out even more stuff. And we'll go from there. Alright, Wave of Light, once per turn. Discard card I don't need. Get a couple more Arcana monsters. So we'll get the Sun. And we'll get the Lover. Actually, I'll get another Temperance. Just in case. And I could use Duality's effect, but I don't want to. So let's end our turn there. Good enough for me. You know, Fate gave us a pretty solid enough board. Yeah, I would have loved to have summoned out, you know, the world, though. But it's okay. What are we up against? Turgod of the Underworld. Okay. 60 card, some kind of Fiend deck. Okay, interesting enough. So we'll see where this is going to... Oh, no. Is this going to be Trishula? That would be epic as all hell, I'm not going to lie. So I'm actually okay with this. Although this is good. Oh, Spell Striker! That's Sir Memphis' favorite card. Okay. That's a lot of level 3s, buddy. You gotta make like a level 12 Trishula? There's no level 12 Trishula. Or is there? No, it's like level 11, the big one. Okay, so he's gonna be making Yugioh. Alright. Oh yeah, you can't destroy my bigger dude. Too big. Too powerful. Alright. I mean, I was expecting Trishula, but this could be cool too. Sangan. Oh wait, no, not Sangan. Dark the Dark Charmer. Alright, well, thankfully all my cards are light monsters, so that doesn't really do any good for you, my dude. Red Resonator, too. What on earth am I up against? This is a weird one, but it's also fascinating. Regardless of which, Light Force activates, so we'll see if I keep my good luck up. Yep. So I can use this again. Nice. So let's activate the effect of Arcana Spread to instantly add back to my hand the world. I mean, if I get a chance to, I'll summon it. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but dang it, if there's a chance, I'm going to do it. So let's activate the Wave of Light. Discard the Empress, because I don't need it. We're going to get the Lavers, and we're going to get... I guess one of my big dudes so I don't draw into the darn thing. I think that's better than nothing. Alright, let's go ahead and normal summon our boy, the Hierophant. See where it goes from here. Tails is fine. And I will give unto my opponent their own Hierophant. There you go. Because that'll activate too. He doesn't have any Arcana Forces, I would assume. So that doesn't do any good for him, but that's okay by me. That's a-okay. Let's summon out our boy, the Sun. I'll risk it for the biscuit. Actually, I probably should have given him something different. I should have given him, like, Emperor, what I should have done, but that's okay. Let's get Arcana Sheet. Arcana Spread. Yep. And, oh yeah, I banished it. I can't use it again. That's fine. I can just summon another Chaos Ruler using those three. Or I can attack him. Decision making. The fifth making. I'm just going to keep it simple and straightforward. I'm going to attack into my opponent. I'm going to have Chaos Ruler attack into Goyo-Boyo. And hope this isn't like Rush Recklessly or something. It could be. You never know. Mirror Force! Alright, well, that sucks. Okay. I can make that work still. Not a problem. Looks like a problem. Is not a problem. I have my field spell still. While I have the field spell, I can guarantee I'll at least not die in one hit. So we'll see where this is going to go. So Tour Guide again into another Sangan. Alright, I mean, that's very good. That's the second Tour Guide you've had in a row, so that's pretty good. No! Nightmare Phoenix! Is that a Goki? What on earth am I up against? It's a weird deck. This one's a weirdie. Alright, but we'll see where it's going to go from here. Another Psychic Wielder. Oh boy. And now he can make a level 10 Synchro if he wants to. Alright, but you know, we're going to go for 7 into Signal Warrior. What the balls does this do? During each standby, place a signal counter on every face-up card in the field zone. Dude, you got rid of the field zone, you silly person. Alright, let's discard Temperance so I take less damage. Less damage for me. I only have 2 Temperance, so I can't use them all. But I can negate a good chunk of the damage. At least half of it. Actually, this is about a little bit more than half the damage. But, yeah, I'm going to stop some damage from happening. And, I mean, I still have the Sun, so that's good. I still have Spread. That's good. I'm really just trying to be snarky and summon the lovers. We'll see how that's going to go. Alrighty. So, the Light Force, come on, baby. The light is leaving me. But that's okay. I don't actually need the light right now. Oh, one goes on him too. Okay. I didn't read that part. Okay, Arcana Spread. Get the heads. Come forth, Loels. Please get heads again. Dang it. Now I can't tribute summon the wall, though. That kind of sucks a little bit. Activate the Sun. Come out the Sun. The sun has not set yet. It's trying very hard to set, but it hasn't set just yet. I'm gonna have to risk everything for this one. I'm gonna have to risk it all or lose it all. So Goddess is gonna activate. Let's add... you wish I had another monster I could go for. Hold on. I'll get the Emperor. Let's see here. What can I special summon? I could just summon Blackluster. So that's like the safe bet, though. And I did throw this in at the last second, so it feels a little weird, but I do want to win, too. I still want to win the card game, gosh darn it. So I'll summon out Blackluster Soldier. Okay, I'm going to summon this dude out. I know, a little bit of a cheap thing doing it, but I'm going to get rid of Signal Warrior before it becomes an issue. Or perhaps I'll just not read what this does. Because you can't be beaten in battle. I should have destroyed Goyo Boyo when I had... See, that's what happens when you don't let fate decide. I should have just gone for... I should have used the Goddess's effect. I should have doubled everybody's attack and just started ramming into stuff. But no, I was a coward. And I really should have killed Goyo Guardian so I could have, like, made Soldier 4,500. Made him really hard to get over. Alright. So this is going to be a level 8 synchro of some... I mean, this is really... I don't know what my opponent's playing. It's some kind of weird pile deck of some sort, but it's really interesting. I don't know what he's going to summon next. I'm assuming it's a Stardust Dragon, but it could be anything. It could be Catastor of all things. I mean, luckily I can't be destroyed by card effect. So, normally Catastor is really good here, but it doesn't work in this situation. I'm sorry to say, it doesn't work. And now you will activate the effect of my boy and make him huge. And my opponent surrenders! Alright. I'm a little on the fence of that. I really wanted to summon the world. I was trying, but that is how fate goes sometimes. Sometimes it gives us the cards we want, and sometimes it gives us the duels we want. So, let's go ahead for the end screen. We don't have as much time today. I know, again, I wanted to make this one shorter, so let's go ahead for the end screen, and we'll talk more about this one. Alrighty, everybody, so Arcana Force minus their field spell did alarmingly better than I thought it was actually possible to do. I mean, luck was just on my side. I wish it was like that in real life, too, but that's never going to happen. Anyway, so Arcana Force were able to do what they do. You know, they're always 50-50 with all them coin tosses. It's just how they are. And, you know, luck was on our side today. You know, it easily could have gone 0-3, could have been 3-0. But 2-1 is a lot better than I was expecting, but it was able to do what it wanted to do. So I'm glad for it. Be able to do most of what this deck does. I didn't get to summon out like some of my bigger bosses, but that's okay. We summoned out the one big dude. So I'm happy with it. I hope everybody enjoyed it as well. If you did, don't forget to hit up the like button and subscribe for more, because we're looking for one new sub before the end of Cabin Fever. We got 3 more days to do it. If YouTube, if I was lucky on there, that'd be easy, but we'll see. Anyway, here is the deck list, everybody. Take it out, enjoy yourselves with it. Avail yourself to Arcana Force without their crutch. So, for our main deck, we run one of each of the biggest of all light forces, which is the Arcana Force Light Boy, Dark Boy, and we have our Zawardo. 3 copies of the Sun, because he's really good. 1 copy of the Moon for flavor. 2 copies of Temperance to negate some damage. 2 copies of the Lavels for more tributes. 3 copies of the Hierophant, because he's really good. 1 copy of the Emperor, because you want another level low monster for the Hierophant, and also, he can make your monster a little bit bigger. You have the Empress, which is the best one to give to your opponent and give it tails. 3 copies of the Goddess of Duality, which can allow you to do huge amounts of damage, and more importantly, it's another main search in the deck. 2 copies Arcana Reading. I'd play 3 if I had the field spell, but the fact that this can give your opponent whatever they want makes it a little less desirable. We have 2 copies of Cup of Ace, because it's basically Pot of Greed as long as your luck holds out. 1 Terraforming, because we are playing a field spell. We have our 2 copies of Arcana Spread, which could get out Arcana monsters. Best when you have a graveyard first, but it could also just as well work as, you know, blindly getting out, like Hierophant. 3 copies of Fallen Virtuous, just a nice little engine to pop my opponent's stuff and it refills itself. A couple of Super Polys if I happen to need them. 1 copy of Light Force, which again, we play more of, but if it gets negated, it's completely useless to me. 3 copies of Second Coin Toss, because we do want to make sure we can bend fate a little bit. Yeah, 3 copies of Golgunda. That, didn't mean to do that. Yes, 3 copies of Golgunda for protection. 3 copies of Dark Sanctuary for more protection. Just things to protect us. Also, Dark Sanctuary does not get destroyed by the sun, which is important. For the extra deck, 3 copies of the Chaos Ruler. He's really annoying with the field spell, but without him, he's still very, very powerful. Big 3,300 beat stick. You can summon out one of my level 10 Arcana Force monsters without requiring their summoning conditions. Or you can just add anything that has a coin toss effect from deck to hand, so really cool. I like to run the one favorite hero, Shining Flame Wingman, because he's, you know, if my opponent's playing fusions and like, or if I've got my fusions, I can just summon this thing during the battle phase or what have you with my super polymerization. Then we have a bunch of just generic, you know, Albaz fusions, things like Stigvor, Titaniclad. We have Rinbrum, you know, for our protection spell. But we also run 3 copies of Albion, which is what we like to have for Fallen Virtuous, so I can just cycle through that. Things like Garou or Bud Dragon for super poly. 1 copy of Ecclesia for the same thing, but also can bounce cards on the board. And last minute, I decided to take out a couple of the Albaz fusions for a little bit more stuff, because we can mill the board given time. So I thought, you know, Blacklisted Soldier would be a good thing, because we have a high-level monster. And so use it just for extra draws and stuff. So, the side deck, there was a time I was considering D-boarding this deck as well to go with the Dark Sanctuary, but it was making the deck a little bit more convoluted than it needed to be. There's Metaverse if you want the fields more often. There's a Reversal of Fate, which I really wanted to play, but it didn't really fit with the deck too well. But it can change an Arcana Force monster to have its opposite effect, so that's a thing. We have a Dark Master Spiritual for if you play the D-board combo. And then just other Arcana Force that are small to go for the Hierophant. Things like another Empress if you want to give that to your opponent. If they get Tails, if you start summoning a bunch, you can ditch your opponent's hand. You got the Magician, which can make your monsters bigger. Well, it makes itself bigger. And then we have the Emperor, that can make monsters bigger, lovers, things of that nature. They'll work. So, thanks everybody for watching. Next time, on day 29, we're taking a look at masked heroes with the new Wingman. So, we're going to be looking at that one. And the only trouble with that's going to be the extra deck. Every time with heroes, am I right? Anyway, thanks for watching. Your boy Memphis signing out. I'll see you guys again very soon. Until next time, stay safe and happy. And have a wonderful day. Take care.
Cabin fever is ravaged all aboard. This once-bound vessel has become a floating cycle ward.